Hello, nice here. Can of wormholes. Last time, we only got 1%, but we did in fact blast off a rocket, as you can see in the top left of my list of ships on the map screen. Rocket, blasted off. In this part, probably going for similar stuff happening. Oops. But before we actually start on that directly, there's one set of directions I don't think I've ever tried to do. I don't know how it'll help, but I can do it. Well, first I'll just try to get to purple, actually, so that I can show what the directions were. Right, I need to go to pink first. Okay. So back here, this thing on the right with the wormhole symbol, I haven't tried to do that yet. There are two other sets of directions I haven't tried to do, but they take either 12 or 13 pink symbols, and I haven't worked out how to get all the pink fuel. But I'm gonna do this. So yeah, let's do it. Reset. And 4 rights, 5 ups, and then left up. Okay, so we've connected the other part to blue. Blue goes 1, 2, 3. Docks that way. Wait, are those even? Oh yeah, that one's lined up. Okay. Okay, so I think this is the start of the solution for pushing all of the worms into the wormhole. Seems like I could continue it by doing something like this. 11 moves. If I just push this left, the tail will eventually make contact. We've got the bar filled up in all of the solid part at the bottom. But I feel like if I were to continue, even if I do all the moves correctly, I'm probably going to run into the fact that I'm missing 2 fuel in pink. But I kind of expected more to happen as a result of filling up the solid segments of that bar at the bottom. Not detecting any happenings. See, I mean, next step probably involves going to brown and doing something. Actually sure what it would be. Are you ever gonna get pink down enough? Okay, that pushes the tail to be in line with the wormhole. Yeah, I don't know what the end steps are gonna be. Alright. Well, I might try harder on that later. But we've got other stuff to figure out. First, I just wanted to take a look at these puzzles because it had been a while. So this just straightforwardly goes over there. And then it tells you that you can quit the level. So if I mess with any wires to help out, it's gotta be the wires in this stage. Like with this puzzle, the thing I pushed into place is still there. It doesn't stop being there just because you make a wire. So this just seems straightforwardly impossible. I don't know of a way to mess with it. That's why I gave up. Does looking at this room help in some way? Huh? What happened there? Sounded like it hit something, but the string doesn't even continue into this room. Mysterious. Alright, how long have I already spent? Like 8 minutes? Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, back at the start. Let's see. I changed to the diagram that shows all the linkages between ships. Let's see, we have a rocket for tan. Tan links to blue for its rocket. This rocket goes out this door, because, wait. I was gonna say because of course it does, but is that an of course? Maybe I should just be throwing the thing in the rocket. Okay, we hit the wall. Wait. It doesn't line up with this door? Or anywhere I can manipulate the wires? Okay, what actually happens if I just put this in? Oh. Okay, there is a wire we need to fix. Does not go straight through that puzzle. This puzzle is the first opportunity to mess with it. And we need a connection that's 4 long. Potentially getting that one that's already 4 long out. Oh, but wait, how on earth would you do anything here? Maybe we break a fence. Is that possible, even remotely? Alright, what was the... Oh, there were 2 insights here. What was the original plan here? Right, you can move things around. And... Did this insight exist the first time I did the puzzle? It's reminding me I can break fences. And then it's showing me that... Wait, actually, this might be useful. Because I'm only able to break 1 fence, yet it wants me to get this shape through. And how would you do that? Yeah. Is there somewhere useful I can flip something over? Doesn't seem like it. Flipping something over the fence usually involves cutting it. Let's get that all the way up there, though, and then... need to grab through a second thing if I want to do any flipping. Right? No, wait. The thing I want to move needs to be grabbed first. That might have helped. I was about to say it didn't help in the slightest, but maybe... What was the... Yeah, the start of the insight just looks like this. There's the possibility of pushing the dot to the right, but I don't think that's what we want to do. Actually, wait. Is it possible to just move this through? Well, not if I get myself stuck, and also, no, not really. We'd need to move it up again, or right. Right would cut it off. Yeah, why would I think I could get a shape like that through a one gap hole? Well, because we're in Hintland, it should be more straightforward. Well, that's interesting. Oh, now I can break a second fence. Not like that. Need to move directly away from the wall at some point. Okay, so it was not about flipping this piece over anything. It was about breaking more fence. Using the fact that we already broke some fence or something. Okay. I guess, yeah, it was just reclaiming the same dot it used to cut, yeah, or the same dot it cut off in the first place. Alright, so... grabbing this at the start seems free. Oh, but... I think the trick was we couldn't back ourselves off from this one if we'd already eaten. Yeah. What was useful to do here, though? I don't have a whole lot of moves. Is this enough? Well, this solves the original puzzle, but we didn't want to solve the original puzzle. We wanted to solve a much cooler puzzle. Right, I need both of them if I'm gonna reach that, unless I've somehow grabbed it with one of the pieces. I need a way to push it down. There doesn't seem to be one. dot didn't start there. I think this gets, oops, this gets pushed up first. Right. Run into the same issues as before. It didn't matter that the dot in the middle was pushed down. Or, I mean, pushed left, or whatever direction it was pushed. I don't think I'm moving this bottom dot. So it seems like it needs to be grabbed last. The unfortunate thing about grabbing it last is that means I'm not grabbing the one at the top last. So I'm not long enough to do a move that I want. If I was 2 longer here, my tail could still be against... No, I'd need to be like 3 longer, wouldn't I? Which is not possible. So do I not brace against that fence? Wait, I'm not braced against the fence because I'm breaking a fence. My tail would go upward if I was just against the fence. So wait, what object am I bracing the tail against? Was it in the insight? Well, in this case, yeah, the dot's just convenient. Do I just grab all 3 dots and then do some sort of roll maneuver? That doesn't seem likely. There isn't really rolling happening from there. Maybe if I was grabbed to something here, we roll over? Alright, let's just, for now, try to solve the original puzzle, and then hope we can make a dot later. In which case I'm doing it wrong, because this gets pushed over there. So that it can be used to push that over. Then I just grab all 3. And then I do that, which is a move that wasn't necessary in the original puzzle. Oh, right. We wanted to break, not turn. Is my even oddness wrong? I need to push the dot 1 over. Alright, we've gotten 1 break. And then we need to just make a cut in exactly the same way. Wait. Oh, and then I brace against a different part of the wall, so that the even odd is correct. Now we have our wire. Excellent. So the trick really was just solve the original puzzle, but do something extra at the end. Wonder if they do them like that so that you don't accidentally do it as you're solving the original puzzle. Because, like, why would you keep messing around with the fenced area once you already have all the worm food? Oh. That was here, right? Was it? Wait, we should be able to see the trail. It was here. What's my command history look like? So far, all I've done is turn the tan ship around. Well, at least if I need to move the ships to, like, straighten things out or something, the wires should remain. Wait. I guess connecting to the ship removed my visible trail. Let's just put it back. I want to make sure I'm entering the right puzzle to start the next part. Alright, so it was like there. Alright. So, let's see. It looks like we are currently the right length for the end, but actually we need to collect every dot and then make a cut. I think the original solution, I simply didn't eat any of the dots in order to preserve the length. So this actually is going to be one that looks just completely different. Okay, we need to cut off an L specifically. Actually, do we? Am I trying to go right or... No, I mean, we only are going to have a length of 4 to work with because we still need to solve the puzzle. So yeah, we connect this to this. We do not try to go all the way to here. That was the one that led to where we started the puzzle. How would we ever make a cut? Maybe grabbing all the dots at the start wasn't correct, but I'm not sure how having one of them not grabbed would even help. We can never make a roll because there's no other worm. Oh, so the only way to make a cut is Ouroboros formation. But wait, if we do it in the middle of the maze... Well, we'd just be wrapped around the dot. I think we want to, like, push something up. You need to move directly away from the dot so that you'll link up. But this is not the right shape. I need to be able to cut an L out of it. It was definitely the wrong place to have the head. I don't see myself making any other fundamental shape, but we can certainly have the head anywhere, at least along the middle 4 pieces, and going either direction. Maybe once we get the L, we twist it, because then there actually will be another worm. Oops. Wait. I'm totally stuck. That was perhaps not the right place to have the head. I've already done this. It didn't work. I guess what about the possibility it is a horizontal grab? Well, that's not it. That's not it either. Um, have I done all 4 of the horizontal orientation? There's got to be one of these that works. Okay, so that was top right head going clockwise. I'm not sure I can... I think I can't actually do both directions. I think if I put it on top right, it has to be clockwise, for example. Top left, clockwise. No. If only I could imagine flips. See, how do I get it on the bottom? I'd need to move away. No, wait. Okay, there's bottom right. I become the hoop. I don't want to become the hoop. Well, that's the first time I've been able to move after making the cut. But I think based on what was left, I think one of the top orientations is correct. Have I had top left? Let's see, in order to get a top orientation, I need to move down. Why was that other cut more successful? Well, because it cut more off. But anyway, we have exactly what we wanted. It only took trial and error, because imagining flips is hard. But that was a full-on alternative solution, which is cool. Instead of avoiding the dots, simply eat all of them. Okay, now that goes to here. We're trying to get one puzzle beyond, aren't we? Where are we? Let's just do this again. Oops. Okay, we've become a worm. Oh, and this is puzzle 2-rocket. So we're not in a regular numbered puzzle. This is a new one. Looks like quite the gridlock up there in top left of the puzzle. What do I imagine needs to happen? We need to become a ring and make our ring go all the way through that. And then we could roll the second piece up and then exit to the third. So that is the formation that we likely need to use. Yes, I can still push that up after doing that. But I was actually interested in getting this closer to the fences. Oh, maybe don't trap myself. All right, if that was... If I did this, the only problem is these two spaces. However, I can't push diagonally. It's not like I can just go diagonal push up and left and have it end up in the right spot. What I actually need is to roll it up from one space to the left here. So I need a way to move this down one. Maybe this isn't the right strategy then. Well, it started down one. Just don't pin it against the top wall. Okay, now how do I... No, I just could do that. It's actually very easy. Bridge built. Oops. All right. Rocket launch number 2. It only took like 20 minutes. Maybe a little longer. I forget how long I spent investigating things at the start that were not this rocket. Probably more like 25 minutes, honestly. Alright, but these are big puzzles. I needed to resolve like 2 or 3 things. Is that the same? We've arrived in the same room. I took a screenshot of the exact same thing that I'd already seen. Oh. We have enough legs to walk. Slowly. Well, what's in the next room? Yeah, we have hoops. Is there gonna be something that actually requires more speed outside of puzzles? Maybe something I can't knock over without more going on? I mean, this works. It doesn't seem like they included a puzzle here? It didn't give me a glyph or anything, though. Oh, okay. 3 worms can't throw very well. So in order to get over that wall, I need more. I'm kind of glad it's not a separate can for each rocket, though. That does make more sense that the change can button just changes me among 2. Because there only are 2. Anyway, I guess next time I'll try to launch another rocket. See ya.